Welcome back, everyone! Today we're having a doll fight. What is that? Some friends and I designed dolls for each other to make, specifically fairies. Make sure to check out everyone's dolls after the video on YouTube and Instagram. Listed in the description. My partner Creatious Mod designed this pretty fairy for me to make based on materials in my stash. I love this design, and she picked some of my favorite things to use. I designed a doll for Bumblecrafty, so make sure to check out their video after this to see the awesome results of their work. Recognize her? That's right, it's Handless Draculora. Welcome back, girl. I got a few spare hands, so I thought these would work, but they didn't fit. So I whittled the pegs down as I worked, because that worked on my Kagura doll, but it didn't work. I ended up drilling out the holes in her arms and having to use knockoff hands to get a good fit. Well, let's move on to removing her hair. And her face. She needs big elf ears. I'm not great at miniature sculpting. I was taught to make huge cement sculptures, so it's hard to wrap my brain around tiny, but I try my best. Wednesday here will help us out by being our mannequin for patterning out the bodysuit. Underwear and swimsuits are actually harder to make than regular clothes I found. Maud chose this yellow jersey for the bodysuit. It's soft and stretchy, so it should work fine. Let's cut it out. Then sew up the pieces, and then add the fur trim. She chose the Starry Night fabric for the skirt. Great choice, honestly. It's my favorite in my stash. As such, I tend to be reluctant to use it. She wanted the sky on the top tier and the town on the bottom. I needed to piece together 2 strips to get the proper skirt width for the bottom tier, but that's fine. I hemmed the bottom edges with my machine, and then cut the top edges to fit a bit more evenly with my rotary cutter. Once I had all tiers cut and hemmed, I added various trims. I then had to go gather the tiers to attach them together. Yeah, I gather by hand. My machine doesn't like to do it. For some reason, I added the top trims before assembling the tiers. Not sure where my head was at, and it definitely made it a bit more difficult. But eventually, I went ahead and assembled the tiers, and they look like this. For more volume, I add this layer of gold organdy underneath. I almost forgot to drill holes in her back for her wings, so let's do that now. I color matched her ears and even painted her face due to the yellowing from glue seepage over the years. I also painted her hands off camera. I locked in the paint with several layers of Mod Podge before spraying the whole doll with OSC. I also painted the top of her head blue to better blend with the hair. First things first, I blushed the face and body. I went a bit heavy in places, so I kept a kneaded eraser around to lighten it up. For a watercolor effect, I used pastels to make little splotches on her cheeks. I then sketched out her face. I like to use a lighter brown for this because it's easier to erase mistakes. Guys, I promise the days of side view are almost over. I got a top-down rig now, and it'll appear in a couple of videos from now. I tried to draw her looking to the side like in the concept art. I darkened her lips up with blue pencils. And then add the blue and yellow freckles. At some point, pencils stopped building, and I wanted to bulk the colors, so I swapped the water down and acrylic paint. Mod sent me this metallic watercolor palette, so of course I had to use it. I used them everywhere I could think of that looked good. Eggshell, Faeries golds, and rose gold on the waterline. It added some much needed life and sparkle to the face up. Finally, I darkened up the eyeliner and pupils with black. I tried to match her eyebrows to the concept art. Gives her a cute, slightly concerned look. I added her catch lights last. Time for resin on the eyes and lips. I find this works better for longevity than gloss. For her hair, I made some yarn wefts. She has a swirly, multicolored hairstyle to match the rest of her outfit. I curled some of the wefts off screen and then glued them to her head using Fabri-Tac. It was a bit difficult to do her hair up, so I did it off camera. She got some cute bangs and space buns. I redrew Maud's wing design in Clip Studio Paint so I could try printing them on overlay transparencies. It took me 6 tries to get something that wasn't smooth to hell and back. But once I had them, I attached wire and added texture with UV resin. Before I forget, I made her arm and leg decorations and attached them to her. Finally, I attached the wings with 2-part epoxy glue. And she's done. I love her. She's super cute and will be a great addition to my collection. Maud made a fantastic design and I hope I did her justice. Please make sure to check out all my friends' dolls. They did amazing work. In this collab are Bumblecrafty, Creations Mod, Dracon Aurora, the Lumbo Dolls, and the Witchcraft. Everyone put in a lot of work and you guys will love it. That's all for today. I'll see you all later. Bye bye now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.